Welcome to LJ's Kitchen. Today we're making Fairy Bread Melting Moments. So this is a classic Aussie dessert which is going to get a modern makeover. All around this should take 50 minutes with a 30-minute prep and a 20-minute cook. Okay, so these are the ingredients. You need 250 grams of butter, chopped and at room temperature, 60 grams or a third of a cup of icing sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 225 grams or 1.5 cups of plain flour, 70 grams or half a cup of custard powder, 120 grams or half a cup of hundreds and thousands, plus extra to decorate. For filling, an extra 100 grams of butter, chopped and at room temperature, 1 separate tablespoon of vanilla extract, and another 125 grams or 3/4 of a cup of icing sugar. So step 1, you need to preheat your oven to 170 degrees for a conventional oven and 150 degrees for fan forced. So what we need to do is we need to line 2 baking trays with baking paper. So let's do this first one here. Try not to make it overlap too much. Finished. Just bring this one over. So after we've lined the baking trays, we're going to use electric beaters to beat the butter, icing sugar and vanilla extract into the bowl. Keep in mind this is the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, not the tablespoon. So I'll put in my 250 grams of butter. Make sure it's the 250, not the 100. Just make sure it's at room temperature. By the way, I have washed my hands if you're wondering why I'm touching it with my hands. That's finished. Now I need to put in my icing sugar. Just put that in like that. Make sure you get all of it in. And we'll come out, so let's get a spoon. There we go. Just put that spoon in there. Now we need to put our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract in. Just make sure you get all of it in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to beat the ingredients. Start on low and make sure you beat it until it's pale and creamy. So step 2, we need to sift over the plain flour and our custard powder. This is how you do it. Don't pour it all in at once so it doesn't go in a big cloud. A little bit more in. Put the last bit in. putting this in now, custard powder. Give it every bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a flat bladed knife and a cutting motion, just like this. And then just bring it all together. Once it starts to get all lumpy and it forms a dough, a soft dough, then you know that it's good. After you've done that, then you need to add your hundreds and thousands and mix well until combined. So all your hundreds and thousands in. And just start to mix. After you've done that, now you roll level tablespoons of dough into balls, and then make sure they're level so they aren't too big. Make sure when you're placing them on there that you put them at least 4 centimeters apart, so when they spread, that they won't spread together. Otherwise they'll be sliced. That's not what you want. So you just want to get it all off of your spoon. Make sure you have clean hands when you're doing this. And you just want to roll a ball just like this. That's about a ball. There we go. Just put it on your baking tray which we prepared earlier. Okay, now you use a fork dipped in extra custard powder to press the balls in 4 centimeter rounds. This should be about 1.5 centimeters thick. So you're just going to get some custard powder on it. Just make sure you coat it. Make sure you don't have any lumps on it. Just make sure you have every little bit of the fork. So now this is what it looks like when it's all pressed down and things like that. But now we're going to put it in the oven. What we need to do is we need to just let them cook for 18 minutes. Then we're going to take them out, cool slightly for 5 minutes, just so they won't burn the wire and so they won't stick to the thing and crumble as soon as you pick them up. Then we're going to put them onto a wire rack and just let them cool. While the melting moments are in the oven, what we're going to do is we're going to make the filling. So what we need to do is we need to put our butter and our vanilla extract in our bowl. Get all your vanilla in your bowl. So this is the colour and the consistency of what it needs to be. In case you're thinking, oh, it's not really pale, it's because of the vanilla extract. Now what we're going to do is we're going to gradually put in our icing mixture, or sugar, and we're going to beat it constantly until it's well combined. So I've taken this out, allowed them to cook completely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the filling on. This is what they come out looking like. I'm just going to turn these over like this. Just be careful with them so they can still break. Might be still a little bit of custard there, but that's okay. So you just want to get a spoonful. And then just put it on. It's a bit too much. So I'm just going to go get my spoonful. It's probably a bit too much. So just use a spatula just to spread it around the thing. Make sure you get to all parts, because when we coat it with the hundreds and thousands, if you don't get it on everything, then there's no place for it to stick onto. So now that we've got our mixture in between them, make it a sandwich and put the other ones on top, what we're going to do is we're going to roll them, well, not really roll them, just going to dab them in some extra hundreds and thousands. That's why I told you at the start you need extra hundreds and thousands. So what we're going to do is we're just going to basically coat the stuff on the side like this. Just make sure you got it on most of the thing. And then just bring it over to a plate like that. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, great week. Please like, subscribe, and see you all next video. Bye.